If a pension is part of your retirement income plan, it might make even more sense to do Roth conversions versus someone who does not have a pension. And today I'm going to go over the four big reasons why to do a Roth conversion if you've got a pension, and then what to watch out for if you're thinking about this. And actually, the fourth reason, it's really a big surprise to a lot of people when they get later to the later years of retirement. My name is Dave Zoller, and I own the retirement planning firm Streamline Financial with Luke and Tim and Sean. And we help pre retirees create their income plan, their investment plan, and their tax plan. And Roth conversions are usually a big part of the equation if they care about the paying the least amount of tax possible. And over the last decade and a half, we found that Roth conversions, they're really common for two big reasons. Number one is people have been saving for many, many years into their 401k, into IRAs, and they've been really their entire working lives. And that results in retirement savings being mostly pre-tax contributions or pre-tax accounts, right? Like IRA and 401k. This means when they withdraw money in retirement, 100% of what they're taking out is taxed at ordinary income tax rates. And then when they start to plan their retirement a little bit more closely, they are aware how much of their income is going to be taxed and how much tax they're going to have to pay. So they get really motivated about exploring ways to reduce how much they're going to have to pay in tax. The second reason that Roth conversions are so popular now is really it's historical tax rates. They're very low when you look at history. So here's 1920. This is income tax rates and what they've done over the years, and this is capital gains tax rates and what they've done over the years. And this is only to 2010, but we're really near same levels here. And given where we are with the US federal debt, the question is, do you think tax rates are going to stay the same or go up in the future? Or are they going to go down? Most people and a lot of the experts would say that they're probably going to go up. And even if they stay the same, projections, if you work the projections, you can see that taxes paid today at the rates that they're at now versus what tax rates might be in retirement, just with normal income tax rates, the projections makes it clear that Roth conversions could make a lot of sense. But I'll show you some actual examples to get a better idea of what this means for you. But the big question of this video is, how should people with pensions be thinking about it? Well, the first thing we should be thinking about is retirees with pensions. It's obvious they've got an extra added source of taxable income on top of Social Security and then on top of required minimum distributions. So let me show you the picture here, and I'll just pull up kind of what the timeline looks like, and we'll take a look at this. So down here, we've got the different ages from 62 all the way up to 73. And with 401ks and IRAs, the dotted lines are the option of we can take withdrawals or we don't need to take withdrawals. But the solid line is, yes, we do need to start RMDs at this time, which is 73. Now with Social Security, same thing, dotted lines, we can take it or not take it, but we do have to start at age 70. And usually with pensions, it's start at 65, and we just have to take it every single year. So the big picture, the big thing to look at here is age 73. What is our income and taxable income going to be at this time and continued? And as we know, not everybody has pensions, right? But for the people that do have pensions, this kind of gives us a little bit less of variability or less options as we're planning out income and how we want to pay tax. It's a little bit less control. So what we should really be paying attention to is this period of time where we have the most flexibility. And it's before RMD, it's before starting Social Security, and it's kind of in this area here where we can decide to take income from different sources. Of course, we got to pay attention to pension, but this is the Roth conversion sweet spot. And this is the magical time where we got to evaluate if this is the time to do it, because once this date is hit, we don't have any control. It's all about control of how much income we can take and when we can take it. But here, We really just have to do what the government says. So we want to pay attention to this. So let me get into some of the reasons here. And before I do, let me know if this is helpful as I'm doing this. Just click the like button if it is helpful. That gives me a good idea of what's helpful and what's not. So the big reason why Roth conversions might make more sense for pensioners, for people receiving a pension or will, it's Social Security and pensions. If that's all you need to live on, then that can be a big problem. If really a lot of people that we know, these two income sources are well more than enough than is needed. And then this extra one from 401ks and IRAs, they don't need to take anything here. But when 73 comes or RMD age comes, then they're forced to take it. And many of our clients, they don't need this RMD income to live on when they get to that age. And if that's the case, they can either spend it or save it or give. So spend, save, or give. But the negative here is that they're forced to pay tax on the money when it comes out of the RMD. But with a Roth conversion strategy, if it's implemented in this sweet spot here, right here, that can make RMDs a lot less at this stage. It's at 73. Because as money moves into a Roth IRA, you don't have to take money out of a Roth at the RMD age of 73. Now, if you don't Roth convert or do a Roth conversion, you can find yourself in a situation where you're being forced to take out money and there's really no other option. If you haven't done it, say you're 72 and you're at this stage right here and you're trying to figure out what to do. Let's pretend that you've got $30,000 a year that's going to have to come out for your RMD at age 73, but you don't need it. You don't want it. Well, you could either send that 33, you could take it out, pay tax on it, and then save it, or you could take it and give it away. But a interesting thing to do, what a lot of people do is instead of receiving the $30,000, you can have it go straight to your favorite nonprofit or your favorite charity, your 501c3 that you like. And that satisfies the RMD and you don't pay tax on the $30,000 and neither does the charity that you give it to. So this is called a qualified charitable deduction. So something to explore there. Now, the next reason that it might make sense for pensioners to convert to a Roth IRA is that higher taxable income may increase the cost of Medicare and the cost of really the Medicare premiums to you. And this is something called IRMA. And IRMA stands for Income Related to Monthly Adjustment Amount. And what this is it's the fee that you may have to pay on Part B and Part D premiums, and it's based on the income that you received 2 years prior. And it can be a significant amount. So here's the 2024 Medicare Part B IRMA brackets. So if you make less than $103,000 filing individually or 206 joint, then Medicare Part B is $174. But just a little bit of a jump here from 103 to 129 or up to 258. It jumps up quite a bit. And then up to 129 or 258 and above, it's almost double the initial one. So it's something to think about. But a Roth conversion here, that can help reduce retirement income and potentially lower Medicare premiums. And that results in substantial savings over time, as you can see. And these are monthly numbers here. And this actually also highlights one of the negatives of really the next big negative here with when you're thinking about Roth conversions. You can see that a married filing joint here, let's say that they're greater than 258 here, and one person passes away, they automatically are individual, and then it's down to 129. And you can kind of see the jump that happens, what's going to happen when you're filing as an individual versus married filing jointly. And at our tax firm, Zoller Swanson, there's a lot of widowers and widows, and they're sometimes surprised at the changes in their their tax filing status when their spouse passes away. But doing a Roth conversion, it gives them a little bit more flexibility that's ahead of time and a little bit more control over how much they can actually, when they want to take money out of their savings and investments and how much is actually taxable. That idea of control, we can't control much, but we can control taxes and we can control fees, and Roth conversions can help with that. I'm going to show you a video on how a couple paid zero tax legally on all of their retirement income with just a few strategic moves early. And I'm going to show that coming up. But just to recap, we went over several reasons why to consider Roth conversions, especially if you're going to be receiving a pension. It was historically low tax rates, and then also a little bit more control. RMDs, Social Security, and pension income at age 73, that it might be more than needed. So a little bit more control than IRMA costs. And then we looked at the tax filing status of widows and widowers and how that can impact things. A potential next action step for you is to test out the new retirement Roth conversion tool. I'll put a link below, my favorite retirement tool that's available to the public below. Test that out with Roth conversions and run a few scenarios. See how it looks for your specific situation. And then, as always, talk to to a professional. Talk to a CPA or a CFP, a certified financial professional, and then see what works for your specific situation. And if that was helpful, please click the like button. Let me know if it was helpful, and then I'll see you in the next video. And also, here's the next video on paying zero tax on retirement income. Take care.